Hey everybody, in this video we're going to be carrying on with the van framing. We're going to be working on insulation, sides, roof. See how I'm ceiling, illustrating with my hands. I don't know what I'm doing. So last week you saw us put in a dry fit of the subfloor. It is not fully installed yet, so we're going to start things off today by pulling these panels out, gluing everything together, and screwing it down to the furring strips. Let's get started. Okay, I got the front third or so, the front couple panels installed. This is by far the most tedious part because I had to cut a couple panels to work around the seat rails in here. And I've just got some rocks from the garden. It's one of the benefits of having it up here on Wilder Mountain, is that I could pull some of our abundant rock to help weigh this thing down while the glue sets up. So the front part's setting up now. I've already gone through a tube of liquid nails, and I've only got, well, I've gone through a tube and a half, so I need to go get a few more to make it through the rest. But there's only 2 panels left. The little ones are done. Those are just 2 big ones in the back. So we're gonna let this dry for a bit. I'm gonna run to the hardware store. We'll finish it up. Okay, we're back at the shop. I let the glue and weight sit up and cure for about 2 full days. And everything is just super solid, really secure, so I'm ready to move on to the next step of this project. And thanks everyone for your patience with the pace of these videos. We just gotta wait for parts, and I've got a travel schedule with work, and it takes a little bit of time. So I've been eyeballing this. I gotta figure out how we're gonna put framing strips up in the van here in order to secure our wall cladding and put insulation behind it. I think I've got it figured out, but there's a couple problem areas. Let me show you what we're working with. All right, so what I want to do in here is put a furring strip, or a stud, if you could call it that, that runs across the top, the header here, and one that runs across the middle under the windows, and one that runs maybe across the baseboard here, and then vertical slats in between the windows, and that should give me plenty of room. It'll stand off from the wall. The thickness of the material is 3/4 inch. give me room to put insulation behind the parts. See, I can stuff insulation all in this wall, but over here on this wall, I can't. And so, you know, with it standing off 3/4 of an inch, or in some places I may double it up, and so it's 1.5 inches. That gives us room to put insulation behind. And then I can box out the windows and put our paneling up. But my header board is really giving me trouble, and it's because there are these 3 little bump outs. I don't know what they're for. I don't think they give much structural support. Here's another one right here. They just bump out like 1/2 inch further than everything else. And so if I put a board over it, it's gonna pop out. I'm debating whether or not I need to set that as the actual depth of the wall. The problem is that if I like just work around that and build up over it, I'm just losing 1 inch of space on both sides. And then the whole van gets 2 inches narrower when I put the cladding out. So yeah, I'm thinking about taking these out with an angle grinder and just cutting that flush with the rest of the wall here so that I can put a stud across it. I've watched a few videos of people building on a van like this, and for whatever reason, no one's had to work around it, or maybe they just, I'll have to watch more closely and see if they're just cutting the corner where the ceiling hits this and it just bumps out a lot further. I don't know. So that's the main thing holding me back from otherwise screwing studs into this wall. And then we're gonna pull this wiring down so we can run it behind the wall, because I need the header to go across here. Insulate. We'll start pulling electrical through the wall cavities so that we can put the paneling up and sew it all in and have the electrical where it goes. While I'm figuring out the framing, Paige has come to start the insulation process. Insulation.
Insulation.
Oh, it's the first time we've seen it.
It looks like the scary stuff, but it's wool. Look, we can touch it. Oh no, it looks like wool.
This came right off the sheet. Smell like a sheet.
It doesn't smell bad.
It's supposed to be in bats.
Cute.
They're folded in half.
Cute.
So that's all you need.
This is cool.
I think it's gonna fit great. Oh, it does smell like a farm animal.
Oh, it does. But like dry hay.
Yeah.
Not the yucky, stinky.
No, it smells like a barn, but not like animal shit.
Yeah. Can I just say that we watched a video of someone else talking about their van yesterday. They said, we got this insulation, it's whatever, synthetic, so it'll never get mold or whatever. And in my head I was like, what insulation does get mold? Because wool is like the ultimate no mold. It's like naturally like amazing.
The answer is fiberglass, styrofoam, plastic, that all stuff all gets mold.
Does it? So whatever they had was some vegan
Vegan Havelock?
Yeah, cheap guys.
We might need a second box of this. I did the math and I felt like with us doing the floor with foam, we'd probably be okay. But we're not going to insulate the doors yet. So if we need a second box, we'll need it for the doors.
I've been in the darkness for 40 days. I've been searching for holy flames, a sign to light up the way. So can you help me out?
There's like a never-ending supply of little doohickeys to take off. Get out of here, doohickey.
Can you help me out? I've been more certain of truth before. I've been called a righteous man before. Yeah, I've been closer to Jesus before. So can you help me out? Oh, can you help me out? Am I on my own? Am I on my own? Or can you help me out?
It's kind of ugly. But man, it's so much better than those bump outs. And we can stuff insulation in there. Every step in this project reaches the same point, which is that I'm 80% sure of what I'm gonna do, and then I can sit there and stare at it and it doesn't get any more clear. We've reached that point now with the wall framing. I just gotta start cutting some wood and screwing it to this van. Here we go. Sometimes you have to do sketchy things with your hands to get the cut. Oh, it's a pretty low risk jigsaw. Dude, perfect. That's great. Never measure what you can mark. So now that I've got the horizontal furring strips up on the wall, the next step is to create some vertical supports. And that's mostly so I can tie my panels together and create some structure between the windows that I can anchor the window boxes to. And for those, I'm going to use pocket holes instead of screwing into the van frame itself. I might have to add some intermediate supports between the vertical slats and the van wall. You'll see, to create a curve and bend in the wood. I'm going to try and keep the walls curved, which is going to be a cool look, rather than creating straight lines and just losing a bunch of space. I've always wanted to try curve bending. I don't know if I'm going to want to do that for all this. But it will be nice to have curved walls instead of straight walls. Straight walls will be nice for making cabinets, but you know, you lose a lot of room in the van. Much off? Yes. You know what? I'm thinking the juice is not worth the squeeze on the curve bending. It was a ton of work. It was kind of sketchy. End result wasn't that good. I think I'm better off creating a curve by creating straight segments and doing like some intermediate pieces to join it together than I am to do all the curve bending stuff. It'll just be a lot easier. A couple more to do on this wall. We're good to go. It's a brand new day. Last night I was not feeling great about where this framing met up with the door jamb in the front. Everything was just kind of crooked and didn't feel right. So I came back this morning and I actually used some spacers to shim the middle rail out so that it's flush with the door jamb, and it looks a lot better. Everything's a lot straighter. It had actually kind of bowed in from the back of the van, and now I've straightened it out like this. So I feel a lot better about that. I have less vertical slats in there now, but that's totally fine because I'm actually going to screw the wall paneling directly to the metal in some of these places because there's plenty of insulation behind it. So everything's a lot more flush. It's gonna be a lot easier to fit those wall panels in there. And I think this was the much more difficult wall. The other wall is quite a bit straighter. And we're not gonna panel all the way to the bottom because I've got that big heat and AC unit in the back that we're going to box out. So yeah, I'm going to put a couple more pieces in here on the passenger wall, and then I'm going to turn to the ceiling and put my furring strips across the ceiling so that's ready to go. And then Paige is going to come insulate the driver's side wall, and we'll put furring strips over there as well. Paige is doing a furniture building project. No, the cams are probably supposed to be on the other side, but that's fine.
I think those are backwards.
That's fine.
Oh my god.
Apparently I bought these for work. I mean, I didn't buy them, but I paid for them. We found them in storage, just still in boxes. So, you know, storage is at a premium here. It's okay that they're a little bit backward. Is it sturdy? It's pretty sturdy.
Yeah, it's heavy. I need you to help me move.
I will.
Right.
Yeah, where's it going?
No, I gotta make room.
We're not. This is. I'm ready. This is not ready. Installation day 2. How you feeling about it?
Fine. You just want me to do this top section, right? Right
Yeah.
Get to like here.
Yeah. As soon as Paige gets that top piece done, I can start framing the driver's side header and the ceiling. Look, I cleaned up the shop. Paige started it, to be fair. Then I picked up all the scraps and vacuumed up the sawdust. It's nice. It's a real workspace.
Out a road that's paved in gold. Instead of taking it, I'm taking pieces home.
Bastard.
And you could say I'm far beyond control.
Kidding me?
It softens to my soul.
You
Every day is a play in opera. Someone say, I forgot my role. Brown bags and I stay at the stepping stone.
much better. So I've learned from my last mistake, I'm gonna get this offset right on the first try. And the way I've done this is I've just cut some spacers doubled them up about right here, using this cutoff, which is the thickness of my rail, and measuring to the bottom of the baseboard here, and that's pretty much straight, so that's perfect. That's how much I need to set this rail off so that it runs even with the baseboard, because the body of the van just kind of expands out in this area, and that'll keep everything nice and flat.
Unless it's 45 or 33, and I play to what's in front of me. Every day is a pain and summer stays in the sun, I forgot my home. The brown bags and I stay at the stepping stone.
And then I'm gonna leave one more gap because I do need to get this wiring down and down this way. So we're gonna leave a gap here so that wire can still pass through. And any other wires that I need to come through. Perfect. Alright guys, it's time for me to call it on this video. We got mostly all the way framed and mostly all the way insulated. There's still a little bit of insulation left to do in this wall. And then I ran into a tricky problem with the baseboards. The side of the van on this side is angled, not flat. And so I gotta kind of go to the drawing board on how I'm gonna put the bottom furring strip on the wall there. But I'll figure it out. It's just gonna take a little bit of time. In the next video, we are going to be at a point where we are pulling wiring through all of this and cutting a hole in the ceiling for our ventilation fan, and getting ready to start paneling these walls. So I'm really excited about that. I hope you're enjoying watching us build this thing. If it's your first time watching, be sure to hit the subscribe button. We're doing a whole build series on this. There's at least, I don't know, a dozen more videos, I would imagine, before this thing is done. But we're hoping to hit the road in this thing by this summer. So thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Searching for the answers that we have yet to find.